I love to see him fight my boy at 175. Now that's probably my favorite fighter.
Andre Ward?
No, the other guy, the Russian
Kovalev.
Guy. Ooh, that Kovalev. What's his name?
Sergey Kovalev.
Ooh, that's Sergey Kovalev. That boy is, he a monster.
I mean,
where'd he get him from?
That's a bad boy.
He's vicious. I love.
Speaking of Ward Kovalev, what do you think about the fight? Who do you think's the one that
I like to be at that fight. That's gonna be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a Kovalev fan to the heart. I'm a Ward fan to the heart. So this should be a phenomenal fight. It should be a great fight for boxing, let alone for those two career. I mean, it's all around a great fight. I can imagine the electricity that's gonna be around that fight.
Yeah, I might go there for that one too.
Yeah, you should, champ.
Who is there anybody leaning towards? I know you're not really picking fights isn't your thing, but
no, I'm terrible at predictions. I'm always wrong, you know.
Who do you think is gonna win?
I'm not sure, champ, but it's a great fight. You got a boxer puncher versus a boxer who's also a puncher in Ward. So I mean, it should be a great fight, man. Both of those guys, their last fight I think went the distance, so they should be in great shape coming into the fight. I like it. I like it a lot, man. You know, Kovalev's dangerous. Ward's got to box smart. And, you know, we're going to see what his chin is made of. I think he got it. I think he might stand there and be able to trade and go toe-to-toe. Who knows?
Who knows?
We're going to find out. Let's go, Chad.
I think it should be a very fun fight.
Me and you both.
You know, you follow boxing pretty closely?
Yeah.
Okay. We got some good fights coming up. You know, we got Andre Ward versus Kovalev. What do you think about that fight?
I think it's a good fight, man. Finally, you know, two champions fight each other, coming together, making the sport of boxing great again, you know? That's what it's about. Because, you know, people picking their fights, they're not doing that. They're not doing it like... They finally getting together and doing what everybody wanted to see. And that's two of the best fighting each other to see who really is the best.
Yeah, who you got on that one?
I like Kovalev, but I got Andre Ward. Andre Ward is, I believe he's a smarter fighter. He got skills. He got better skills, and I believe he's a smarter fighter. He'll come out on top.
Okay. And you're obviously in the light heavyweight division, like you alluded to earlier. There's a big fight coming up, supposedly, between Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. How do you see that one?
Oh, it's going to be a great fight. I actually, because my head coach who's not here right now is John David Jackson. He actually trains Sergey Kovalev. So I've helped Sergey prepare for multiple camps.
Wow, okay.
Helped him prepare for Pascal, Bernard Hopkins, and pretty much most of the fights that he has training here. I'm always in camp sparring with him. So, and he's very strong, and he's not only is he strong, but he's a good boxer. And obviously Andre Ward, he's a very smart boxer. He's a ring technician, so it should be an interesting fight.
Okay. You said you spar with Kovalev. Is there anything surprising about like his whole fighting style or how he fights that maybe people don't know?
Well, he has good boxing skills. You know, a lot of the times you might meet just a really big puncher and not the best boxing skills. But Kovalev can really box. You know, he can really box. He has good boxing skills besides being a great puncher.
Last one, I'll let you get out of here. Andre Ward, he's supposed to fight supposedly Sergey Kovalev at the end of the year. Break that fight down.
Andre Ward is probably my 1 or 2 pound for pound.
Okay.
Outside him and Briggs.
Oh, okay. What about Roma Gonzalez?
I mean, you got who?
Roma Gonzalez, the flyweight.
Yeah. He's dope too. That's 1, 2, and 3 right there. They're all fighting in my book.
Okay.
You know, what's his name? Chocolatito.
Chocolatito, yeah.
That dude is beast. But it's like those smaller weight classes don't get the love, so you don't see them as much.
Love.
But Briggs, Ward, Chocolatito, them dudes is like, you know, they rotate. If Ward beats Kovalev, he's at the top. But right now, it's just a shift in like sphere right now.
Yeah.
But you know, I would love to see that fight. Ward brings something. He brings an adjustment to fighters that we've only seen in Floyd Mayweather. You know, to an extent. He brings that evolution in the ring, that changing, but still staying him. But he fixes, he solves problems right there in the ring. Kovalev, he's a crusher. You know. That right hand is devastating. So I'm gonna go with Ward, no doubt. You know, I'm gonna go with Ward. just because of his ability, his boxing ability, his intelligence, and he bangs when he wants. He does what he wants when he wants. I do see him controlling Kovalev a little bit.
Okay.
You know, Kovalev has shown a little bit of boxing ability, but not enough to match Ward's for me. I think Ward gets Kovalev in a good fight, but don't get me wrong, Kovalev can land that right hand and party's over, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
So, it's an interesting fight.
I think if he fought Ward, it'd be a little bit easier for him to land that right hand than if he fought him a couple years earlier because his boxing ability has gotten better with John David Jackson.
No doubt. It has. I mean, and you see what he did with B-Hop. He kept his distance, and you know, so like I said, he's growing. Kovalev's growing. His boxing ability. Nobody's boxing ability to an extent is on Ward's level anyway, but Ward adapts. So I would like to see that fight. I'd really be looking at how Ward handles the right hand. But I believe he can. So, but I want to learn. I want to see so I can steal. You know what I mean? So I can take and try to.
The great ones always steal a little bit from the other ones. So
yeah, you know. So that's I would love to see that though.
I think who else? We got DeGale
Jack.
and Jack. I want to see that one. I'm trying to think who else.
You got Ward Kovalev.
Ward Kovalev, of course.
That's
That's definitely going to be a good one.
Who you got in that one?
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward?
I got Andre Ward in that one. I feel he's more slick. Kovalev needs a standing still body to hit, or right in front of him. If you go box and move your feet, different story.
So you feel like Ward's too smart for him?
Yeah. Better footwork. If Ward was going to sit still and only move his torso, I'd give it to Kovalev because he has good footwork. You know what I mean? That's why I think that's why Bernard lost that fight. Bernard can still move, but his foot wasn't as fast as it used to be.
Yeah.
That's why Kovalev kind of touched him because he was moving the torso, but the leg wasn't moving.
Yeah, the mind was able, but the body wasn't.
Kind of was, yeah. But Andre moving everything, so definitely gonna be a good fight.
Okay. Yeah, man, and then you have Sergey Kovalev as well, you know, and him and Ward are supposed to fight supposedly later in the year. What's your take on that fight?
Andre's a dog, bro. Andre's a dog, straight up.
What's probably like the number one thing about his his whole fighting style that you probably would say you like the best?
Great opponent. Is it much of a difference, or is it?
Andre Ward.
He adapts to any style. Adapts to any style. And that's important in boxing.
For real, man.
Well, what do you guys think about like Andre Ward supposed to go fight Kovalev?
Kovalev is a beast. I wouldn't if I wouldn't fight Kovalev.
That's a bad idea.
Look, Andre Ward's a beast, and everyone wants to see that fight. So I might as well make that fight because of the money. But listen, I would say far away from Kovalev.
Yeah. The thing
If I
is
was
that,
Andre Ward, I would. I mean, unless they're paying you, why not? If you're paying,
Well,
yeah, but Andre has to be rusty though. That's the
You
thing.
fought in a minute, huh?
He fought his last fight was in March. Or February. He fought Sullivan Barrera, that Cuban light heavyweight. Fought him.
I think he could beat Kovalev. I just don't know with the ring rust. You know, he's been out for a while. So he might not be the same guy.
I don't think he can beat him.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think he can beat him because I don't think he has enough power to keep him off. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, Bernard did pretty well.
And
He still got beat. He got beat.
if you look at Sergey over his last 2 or 3 fights, he
Bernard fought Sergey?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. He fought him at the end of 2014.
And how Sergey beat him up?
Sergey outboxed him for 12 rounds, but he didn't knock out Bernard. Bernard made the whole 12 rounds. He's got a lot of heart. We talk about there's a lot of, like I said, November's gonna be a huge month for boxing. There's a big fight coming up in November. I know you're really excited for it. We're gonna have Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev
I'm going
fighting.
for Kovalev. I don't like Andre Ward.
Why don't you like Andre Ward? Tell the people why you don't like Andre Ward.
Oh no, just he's overrated. Like a lot of people still have him on the pound for pound list despite the inactivity.
Okay, well, why do you think he shouldn't be
Like-
pound for pound number 1? Give me a couple reasons.
Let's see. He's not pound for pound number 1. That inactivity. His last 3 fights were against I don't want to say bums, but because Sullivan Barrera. I mean, because they weren't good. They weren't against A-level fighters. They were against C or D-level fighters.
Well, if you go look at it too,
yeah.
2 of those 3 fighters weren't even light heavyweights. They're both 168 pounders that he brought up because Paul Smith was a 168 pounder as well.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So Barrera was actually the only light heavyweight he actually fought.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Terrence Crawford at 140. He's only the only 140 pounder, true 140 pounder he fought was Postal because Dolome came down from 147 and Lundy went up. But those guys are good fighters. other guys he fought, Ward were like not good fighters. So
Yeah, he likes to like pick on smaller fighters too.
yeah. How about his fighting style?
He fights dirty. He headbutts. He clinches a lot. That's why I hate clinching.
You don't like his jab? His power?
He doesn't have power at all, man. I mean, he couldn't knock out a 40-year-old.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you think Kovalev's gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
How do you think he wins?
Probably by knockout. I want him to win by knockout, man. If he wins by decision, I don't know. I mean, I feel like he'll get robbed for some reason. So
Okay.
I want him to win by knockout.
Well, if Kovalev beats him, or Ward beats Kovalev, do you think the winner of this fight is the undisputed pound for pound #1? Who's #1 pound for pound?
Roman Gonzalez. He beat like more champions. He fought more weight classes. He beat more unified champions as well. The winner of the Ward and Kovalev fight will only beat like 2 because Kovalev himself, he's a unified champion, and
Well, Ward doesn't have any belts at 175.
Not Ward, Kovalev.
Kovalev, yeah, Kovalev.
Yeah, Kovalev, he's the unified champion, and he beat Bernard Hopkins. That's the only unified champion he beat. Andre Ward, he only beat 1 unified champion in Froch. Yeah, and two one-dimensional.
Now, we know that you train Kovalev. Kovalev, he's looked spectacular in his past fights against Pascal. He really looks like the dominant force at 178. Now, do you believe that he could take out Ward? What do you think of Ward's performance with Barrera? Because people are talking they want that. That's the super fight they want in that division.
Well, the fight can happen already been signed, but it's 175. No,
I was going to say.
The analogies, no. Yeah, listen. Kovalev is good. The Ward's good. Ward was good at 68, but now Ward's moving up where he belongs at 175. Ward's going to be tested. Listen, Ward had a great amateur career, and he's so far a great pro career, and he's done wonders in his weight division. Now he's going to fight a man a little bit bigger, a lot stronger, just as smart in the ring. Can he neutralize Kovalev's strengths? Ward has no power. He's not a knockout puncher. He's already proven that. But he has decent power. His last fight, he showed decent power with Barrera. Barrera unimpressed me more than Ward impressed me. I thought Barrera would do more than he did. But listen, that gives credence to what I say about Ward. He's good at what he does because he neutralized whatever Barrera brings to the table. And that's what he does in this fight. He's good at that. He grabs, he holds, he mauls. He uses physical strength to beat you, not his boxing physical strength. With Sergey, that's going to play a part. He has to be a bit cheap. In order to beat Sergey, you need power. You got to get his respect, and he has none of that. That's going to be his biggest downfall.
You mentioned Andre Ward. What about he's supposed to fight Kovalev at the end of the year? How do you see that one?
That's a tough one, man. I think Andre Ward has the skills to beat him. Kovalev is a big guy, though, and he's strong, you know. But Andre Ward is one of those guys. He's just that good. I think that's a 50-50. At 168, Andre Ward was a man, but at 75, I personally didn't really like his fight against Barrera. Maybe he was rusty.
Yeah.
I didn't like the performance so much. I think it was a bit scrappy, I didn't like it too much. Kovalev is also a beast, and you know those Russians, man. I fought Eastern European people back in Austria, man.
Oh man,
fucking crazy, man.
I never.
Those dudes are just, man. Those are like Mexicans, but just tough, like even tougher than the Mexicans.
One thing I've noticed about a lot of the Eastern European guys is that they have no emotion. No emotion whatsoever.
You hit them, man, and they just show their face is the same.
Yeah.
You beat them up, they just keep coming forward. You know, that's all they know. That's a really good fight. That's a really good fight. I do think it's gonna be. I don't think anyone's gonna knock each other out there. I think Andre Ward. I think they go the distance. Maybe it's gonna be a close one. Maybe close, but I know Andre Ward outpoints him. But just because I like him more, you know.
Yeah. Boxing goes. There's a lot of good fights coming up. You know, we got Kovalev Ward. How do you see that fight?
I'm going for Ward. I mean, no question about it. I can't go with, you know what I'm saying, his game plans in his past few fights here have all been A+, man. He knows how to break a fighter down. He's very smart. He's very technical. He knows how to use his ability. You know, if you don't see a lot of skill, Ward, you see a lot of technicality, and that man is 100% technical, man. So he has everything to offer when it comes to being a determined fighter, a strong will fighter, and doing what it takes to win, man. Ward has it all, man. He has all the tools. So, you know, I'm taking Ward this fight. I cannot bet against him, man. Kovalev will have his hands full this fight.
For sure. A lot of great fights coming up in boxing right now. I know you've been on the World Kovalev undercard. Who you got in that fight?
I got Andre Ward.
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward is not just because, you know, Andre Ward, Olympic gold medalist, or he's a great guy, nice guy. He's a winner. He knows how to win. He's a very religious man. I feel like he prepares for this fight. I know, you know, it's nothing against Kovalev. Like, I don't really know his personal life, but I just know that as far as his skill-wise, I just don't think he can keep up with Andre Ward. But I definitely think he has punching power. You know, but that's kind of the stereotypes that come with all Russians, that they all have, you know, strong hands.
Yeah.